It's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's another episode of TNA Wrestling Watch Along with the Insiders. Welcome, everybody. Hope you all had a great day today. We're in for some good wrestling tonight. We got a lot of stuff going on. I'm wearing a red shirt for the first time in I don't even know how long. But we're here. We hope you guys had a great one, great week so far watching wrestling. And yeah, we've got a good show lined up for tonight. A lot of good matches and stuff going on here. Some new matches that we're going to see, and a new direction, Jeff, headed toward the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm putting up the preview right now. But yeah, a lot of different matchups tonight. Should be a lot of fun. Obviously, Joe, because it's already been said in the chat, so I feel like we have to address the elephant in the room, talking about the changes with TNA management, and probably most notably Gail Kim no longer being with the company.
That's a big loss. That's a big loss. She was instrumental in the knockouts division and in making that. And I would think that, Jordan Grace obviously has moved on, but I would think a lot of the women would probably also echo those sentiments and say they owe a lot to Gail Kim for bringing them into here. And I don't know, Jeff, when I saw it, I wasn't thinking it was great. And I know I shared it with you and you kind of said the same thing. Look, I don't know what's going on. I don't. I'm not going to pretend to know inside stuff. I try to stay as positive as I can. But getting rid of Gail, there really wasn't much positive I could make of that.
Right.
I just didn't know why they would choose that direction, or other than and I mean, I have my own little conspiracy theory, and I told Jeff about it. I said, I don't know. Could it be because maybe Gail doesn't like the direction they're going in with possibly giving the title to Tessa? And I don't want to, I don't want to say that's it. And I don't want anybody to think I'm right, because I'm probably not. It's probably all just big business stuff. This is the kind of stuff that goes on in companies. It could have simply been maybe, Jeff, that maybe they were paying her too much and they didn't want to pay her the money that she was making. Which could have been money. Decisions that are made by upper echelon in companies are a lot about money, and it could have just as easily been that. But I put on our insiders Twitter that I thanked her obviously and told her we'll miss her, and we certainly will. And so I don't know, Jeff. We can't really do anything other than to just watch and kind of be bystanders as to what's going on. There's just stuff that we just don't have in any of our control. And she's a legend in TNA. It's always good to have legends backstage. So I'm sure it's not only going to hurt the knockouts division, which has been hurting anyway, but it's going to hurt, I think, morale again a little bit too.
Yeah, I think they've made quite a few decisions, in my opinion, that have been kind of head scratchers, especially recently.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. I won't pretend to understand it. The only thing I can say about it is I'm not happy at all. James said that Gail Kim put out a statement on IG. I have not seen that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But I don't like it. I mean, I'll just be honest. I really don't like it. And I think as fans, there's not, like you said, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. We can continue to support the wrestlers that are there whenever Gail Kim pops up, wherever she does, because that's the part that gets me, because she is so talented. She has such a creative mind. And from everything that you see online and interactions with wrestlers, they love her. So it's kind of a head scratching move. So I'm going to keep watching to support the wrestlers. Doesn't mean that I'm happy with what upper management does, but I don't know about any of you, but if you have a job where you work for anyone that's upper management, they're going to do things from time to time that you don't like. And there's not a whole lot you can do except just keep your head down and do the best that you can, and just deal with that. You want me to read this? James sent me the message from Gail Kim. You want me to read through that real quick?
Yeah, I have it up in front of me too, but yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
She says, just wanted to say thank you to the fans, friends, and especially my peers for all the support you have given me over the last few days. I've received such an enormous amount of love, and it really has helped process this change for me. More than anything, I am grateful for all the years and opportunities I was given to help build something I always dreamed of. The Knockouts division is and will always be my heart, and all the women who were a part of it. Thanks to the incredibly hardworking and passionate TNA talent and crew that I've had the pleasure of working with. This will not end my passion or my love for wrestling. And this is not the end of Gail Kim in the wrestling world. You don't put in 17 years in one company and stop when you're this passionate. I look forward to sharing my journey, and I am taking some time for myself and prepare for what's ahead. Looking forward to the
Jeff, any wrestling company would be silly not to bring her on, especially
Yep.
especially any that really fancies their knockouts division and wants their women's divisions to be big. I know they do a pretty good job with it at NXT, right? Their women's divisions are pretty good there. But if I, look, WWE would certainly benefit, and for sure, AEW would definitely, I think, benefit from having Gail. And I'm sure. Look, in the meantime, I'm sure that Scott D'Amore, who's doing his stuff in Canada, would love to have her aboard as well. We know that a lot of people that worked for Scott would love to reunite with him, and I would almost bet that would be and John Kessler just said that too. Yeah, I would definitely do that, and for sure. Like, look, we know Toni Storm in AEW is doing some good things, and it looks like now she's pairing up with Thunder Rosa. And stuff. So it looks like they're, some of the women, Sasha Banks, of course, too, are doing some great things there. But I think having Gail could just make that even bigger. So yeah, look, anybody would be pleased to get Gail Kim and have her and Jeff. You could just leave her in charge. You could just say, that's yours. That's yours.
Yeah, it's not like you need to do any hand holding or any of that. As she said in her statement there, 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's, come on. And that's after she did what she did as a performer. So any company would be completely, they'd be blessed to have her.
Yeah.
And we'll see who picks her up. But I could see her going to join Scott or going to AEW. And if I were Tony Khan, just sheerly based on her knowledge of the business, her respect in the business, I think right now the Knockouts division in TNA looks a little vulnerable, if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really want to make a splash in 2025, maybe you can ratchet up what you're doing in the women's division there. They've got great talent. You mentioned Toni Storm. You mentioned Thunder Rosa, Megan Bayne. They've got names. They've got people. They've got talent. You got Mercedes there too. Whether you love her or hate her, she's still, she's Mercedes.
Deonna Purrazzo is still there.
Yeah, hello. Hello. So again,
Taya Valkyrie.
Hello. So
right?
The names are there. You can name the names. So it's not like they have a shortage of talent.
Yep.
They've got the talent. Let's see if they bring her in. If they do, you don't need to micromanage.
Mm-hmm.
Say that's your baby. This is how much time you get in on TV, whatever. This is your thing. Do what you do. And just let her go. And just be cool.
I think, Jeff, I don't want to push a panic button here, but I think we're in we're getting close, I think, to a little bit of a dangerous time for TNA. And the reason I say that is because, now you have this happen. And unless they really start signing some new people for the Knockouts division soon, it starts to make me wonder if they are not interested in the women's side of it as much. Boy, I'll tell you, if whoever is that top brass is kind of turning their back on that and they don't believe in it, they're out of touch with what's going on in wrestling. And that scares me.
I would add to that, while we all love the crossover,
mm-hmm.
I feel like they're relying on it a little too much. If that makes sense. I think it's working and it's great, but you also have to do other things throughout your show. And they have some stories throughout the show that aren't relying on the crossover, but there's a lot. So again, I think it's like reestablishing yourself, having your own identity. Maybe some weeks you don't have anyone from NXT on your show. Maybe it's all about your talent.
Yeah.
But I just feel like they're putting a lot into that basket, and that lends itself to all types of conspiracy theories and all different things that I'm not going to get into because I really don't want to lose my crap on stream. I want this to be a pleasant experience. So I'll just say, I think there are some things. I'm not at the point of being panicked yet. So I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be understanding, but with some of these losses and the uncertainty, it just makes it difficult to not be at least a little concerned.
Mm-hmm. And you're right. I think they're relying on some things a little too much. They've got to establish a show for themselves, because this partnership with NXT is wonderful, like you said, but it may not last forever. And then what do you do? What do you do when that goes away? Who are your primary pieces? And I know people can talk about Tessa till they're blue in the face, and I'm not denying she's a great talent, but is she the one you're putting in forefront of your women's division? Is that really what you're going to hitch a wagon to? And that's where you're going to go, looking at what all these other wrestling companies have, in that division. And I don't know. It's just, it's a scary time. Look, there's big things coming. They've got some of these big live shows coming up. They have the show in New York. Rebellion's obviously coming up, and a lot of these big pay-per-views and stuff like that for them. So it's early, but I think you got to start to wonder, what is this management doing? And a lot of people were wondering it when Scott D'Amore was let go. A lot of people were wondering when they just kind of let these other wrestlers walk. Now, a lot of that could have not been their issue, because Masha, her choice, or I'm sorry, Jordan's choice was a no-brainer. But I just feel that they're in a, I don't know. I think that we have to be aware of things going forward here. So anyway,
I think we have to be honest about it too. It's one, we get it. We've seen, if you look at social media, which I have a whole
Oh,
different
yeah.
thing
Well,
on social
yeah.
media right now. But if you look at social media, obviously, it's difficult with people feeling the way that they feel
Right.
about things. But it's we get it. We get it. It's just um I feel like if you're gonna be a fan of it, you got to talk about the good, and you got to take the
Oh,
good with
yeah.
the bad.
Yeah.
There are gonna be some times where um, there are gonna be some things that you got to call out, and that's what I
Mhm.
feel like. All right, I'm gonna shut up, but I was just gonna say I feel like sometimes um, there's a constructive way to do it,
Mhm.
but when you don't do it, are you just adding to the problem?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah. Yeah. You can kind of see too a little bit of a pattern, Jeff. It's like in and out every single week. In the knockouts division, who are we seeing? We're seeing the Elegance, Heather and Ash by Elegance. Almost every single week on this program are featured. But who else is being featured? Rosemary, maybe, I guess, but you know what I mean? Like, and it just seems to me a little bit like they're going away from what their calling card was. We had said over the years watching this program that their strength is the knockouts division more so than the men's. But it kind of just seems like they're just, I don't know. It just seems like they're going away from it. I don't know. We'll see. But like you said, I'm not pushing any. I don't have any alarm here sounding off or anything like that. But it's just interesting to see what's going to happen here. So we got the NXT folks. We got Gigi Dolan, and this is where we're starting this week. It's going to be Ash and Heather by Elegance defending their titles. Tatum and Gigi as a team. Tatum, Paxley, and Gigi Dolan, non-title match.
mm-hmm. Joe, what do you think about this comment? I know we're about to get into the match, but this comment from Twitch that I put up on the screen.
Hey guys, what is your thought on TNA might be selling? I haven't heard it, but I don't know. A lot of times moves are made. Um, moves are made money wise when companies get sold. I just know that from my career overall. So I don't know. Maybe if that's a rumor that's out there, maybe that could be something. I don't know. Yes, Roger, we are speculating, and thank you for letting us know that. We can do that. It is our show. We're allowed to speculate, but appreciate you pointing that out. What should we call Gigi and Tatum as a team? Hello, everybody. By the way, I'm not going to go through it and tell everybody hello. You know who you are. Brandon, James, Deanna's here. Sherry, hello. Sell to who, though? They should have given it to Scott D'Amore then, unless there was a higher bidder, but we'll wait and see. Yeah, I haven't heard that. I haven't seen that in particular, so I'm not really giving any stock to that. Will Rally Sport is here. Hello, Will. That's a blast from our past. What's up, Derek? Hassan, hello. Hello, Chris. Jason Stoffer. She's creepy but effective, yeah. Today is the opening day of baseball in the United States.
Oh,
first day of baseball season, which is crazy. How time flies. It goes so fast.
Oh. All right. Give me 1 second, Joe. I'll be right back.
Yeah, dude, no problem. I hope Anthem knows what they're doing after the firing of Gail Kim. Yeah, I saw the Phillies one. Yeah, a lot of people favor the Red Sox to come out of the American League and face my Dodgers in the World Series. My super team Dodgers. Jeff disappeared, yeah. College basketball happening tonight, too. Basketball playoffs, NBA playoffs will be coming up, along with hockey playoffs. A lot of things going on. The Elegance is taking control a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, we'll just kind of put that discussion to bed and we'll watch the wrestling. I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing we can really control, and it's nothing we can really speculate on because we don't know what's going on in the background. We just don't know. Heather, what's up? Heather, how are you? Christopher Brandon, Odin's son. The Dodgers. I've been a Dodger fan since I was, probably 1978. Ash by Elegance or Dana Brooke getting a lot more TV time than when she was in WWE on TNA. Yeah. Big elbow there gets a 2. Very close. Yeah, I mean, it's the Heather by Elegance, Ash, of course, they're getting a lot of TV time. What's up, John? Missed there. And now Ash is going up to the top. Or is that Heather? No, yeah, that's Ash. Ash is telling the crowd to kiss her. You know what? She's going up. 1, 2, 3. Wow. The Elegances win because of Iceman again. Heather and Ash. Was I seeing things on Raw the other day when I saw Green Shirt Guy at that Raw? Was Green Shirt Guy really in? Where were they? Scotland? Was he really in Scotland? That's insane to me. I'm eating rolled gold tiny twists cheddar, by the way. They're very good. What's up, Deadman? I would love to know what the hell Green Shirt. I could have sworn I saw him, James. I thought he wasn't front and center. When the camera looked to the right side, I could swear I saw him in his green shirt on the right side. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could swear I did. He wasn't in his normal seat, but I could swear I saw him over there. Oh, they're going to get caked. Yep. Oh, yeah. Noggin knocker. Wow. Double noggin knocker. And now she's going to get caked. Here we go. She's getting caked. Yep. Oh, yeah. She got caked. She got smeared in the cake. And now they lick it off her face. Oh, was it a fake Scottish version? That's even funnier. Dead man, we're going to get to the food in a minute. NXT chants in the crowd after they smashed Ash by Elegance's face and all that cake and then licked it off. She's screaming. She can't believe it. Gigi, Dolan, and Tatum Paxley embarrass and humiliate Ash and Heather. Yes, they do. I want to go home, she said. Leon Slater, big match tonight against Nick and Nemeth.
Main event.
Yes, it is. I love how they changed Nick's picture too on the match headliner. He's now got the heel look going on. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Leon said it's going to be a fight. Right after this, and we go to commercial, we'll do the food. I got a question for all you guys too, and it pertains to my red shirt. I'm going to show you the rest of the red shirt in a minute. I want to see who knows what it is. I want to see who knows what it is. If you do, you're old. But I want to see how many people get it. I want to see how many of you know what it is.
Speaking of old, Joe, did you hear that Darkwing Duck is making a comeback?
No way, I did not.
With the original guy that did the voice.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. What's old is new again, man. I just saw they showed the first poster for I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
The Fisherman's coming back.
And by the way, the trailer for Final Destination.
Final Destination. Oh my God, that's insane, crazy. Dude.
And rest in peace, Tony Todd.
Oh man,
seeing him in that, man.
That trailer is insane. I know that piece of glass, how it cracked off and just went. Oh my God,
that's gonna be nuts.
That is gonna be crazy. That is gonna be crazy. Yeah, the Chris Bay stuff. I shared some of it, the video and stuff like that. All right, let's get to food while the break's on. Let us know what you had. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, doesn't matter. Snacks, doesn't matter. I'm eating pretzels right now. Let us know what you had good for dinner. Get everybody hungry. My wife and my daughter and her boyfriend went to Texas Roadhouse, and they brought me home a sirloin steak with a baked potato and a Caesar salad. So that is what I had for dinner today. It was really good. Texas Roadhouse makes amazing steak. Really, really good. Really, really good. So that's what I had. What'd you eat, Jeff? Anything good?
Yeah, I had some red snapper.
Oh, okay, nice.
Which was pretty good. And, yeah,
nice.
Good.
Sounds good. Pizza with pepperoni, rice and chicken and beans, Southern fried chicken, cereal for breakfast, rice, Subway, sub and chips, chicken parm sandwich with salad, nice, chicken and dumplings, that's always good. Have fish and fries in the air fryer. Chicken and dumplings is really good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Really good stuff. A rice, beans, and chicken. Another person with rice, beans, and chicken. There's people eating healthy out there. Avocado and banana for dinner. Swedish meatballs with premium crackers, strawberries, and a bottle of wild cherry Pepsi for lunch.
There you go.
Haven't had dinner yet. Tomorrow I will be 31.
There you go. Well, let's do this then. Here you go. Happy birthday, Chad.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to Chad, man. Enjoy your birthday, buddy. Chicken and dumplings. Baked beans, a salad, fish sticks, and a soda for lunch. And mac and cheese with chopped up hot dogs and a Pepsi. Can't believe you're a few weeks still stand and deliver in WrestleMania. Chicken Alfredo lasagna. Wow. Ooh. That sounds good. Beef stew and dumplings is better. Right now I have some corn chip scoops. Nice. What are you scooping in them? Or are you just eating them? Yeah, enjoy your birthday. Yeah. Enjoy your birthday. Hello, Janelle. All right. Question of the night. And if you all, whoever gets this, just know you're old. Ready? All right. I'm going to stand up.
Hold on. Oh, man. I'm not saying anything.
What is that on my shirt? I should have a curly blonde wig to go with it.
I was going to say.
But what is that from? One of the most iconic television show theme songs ever made. I'll even give you that clue, too. And it was used in an episode of Seinfeld, actually, too. Deanna got it. Mm-hmm. Deanna, you're old. You're officially old, Deanna. The Greatest American Hero. If you've never seen it, you can watch it on Amazon. Very, very funny take on a superhero show that they came out with in the 80s, where aliens come down and literally they get a costume that gives you superpowers, and they lose the instruction manual. So they have no idea how to use it. And a guy who gets it is a teacher. He's a school teacher. And he can never learn to fly. He doesn't know how. So he never learns how to fly. It's not like where you just jump and you're flying. Nope. There's a certain way you have to do it with the suit on, and he doesn't know how to do it. So he's always crashing everywhere he tries to fly. It's actually pretty good. And I was always a fan of Robert Culp. Robert Culp was an actor who was in that. He played an FBI agent. He used to be an I Spy a long time ago with Bill Cosby. And I always liked him, and he kind of played the straight man in that too. So, but it was always a favorite show of mine. And of course, the song from it was called "Believe It or Not." Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel. So, one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. I really loved it. And I'm surprised that they never did some kind of remake of that. With all these remakes that keep coming out, I'm almost surprised that they never did. I had heard that Eddie Murphy wanted to purchase the rights for it, and he wanted to do it. But then it just, I don't know, just kind of fell through the cracks. But William Katt played the main character, and he was in a bunch of things too, mostly a lot of those softcore porn movies with Gene Simmons' wife. But he was in a horror film, Jeff. I don't know if you remember this one called House. Remember House?
Yep.
With Bull Shannon from Night Court.
Uh-huh.
That was a good one.
That was a good
one. But yeah, it's always been one of my favorite TV shows. And when I saw the T-shirt, I'm like, yeah, I gotta have this. So Sunday I'll be getting together with family and going to Topgolf. Nice. Sounds fun. Heather Mrs. Rich Swan. All right, so we're getting the Aztec Warriors here in Chavo Guerrero against First Class and Frankie Kazarian. See if I didn't miss any food up here. Never heard of it. You should look it up, James. I think you, of all people, might like it because the sense of humor in it is ridiculously funny. And you might like it. It's on, like I said, I believe I've watched it. I think it's on Amazon. It's very silly and very goofy, but the humor in it is pretty funny. Hassan got it a little after Deanna. Pulled pork, quinoa, brown rice, green beans, and Pepsi. Yay, I'm old. Yeah, aren't we all? Beef barley tip soup, says John G. Missed a couple of them. Queso cheese. Was thinking that, but I couldn't remember the name of it. Such a good show. Yeah, there's some college basketball tonight too.
Yeah.
The tournament is ongoing.
Chavo's still looking good.
Chavo does look good, yeah. Staying in shape, looking good in there. I've been rewatching Warehouse 13. The Boys isn't coming out, I don't think, until next year. They're going to do another season of that offshoot thing first. I can't remember what it's called. The one about the college where the younger people were going to. They're going to do another season of that first, and then the next season of it's the last. So don't rush it. But they're going to do that university thing again, the second season of that, and then they're going to do the last season of The Boys, and then that's it. Chad Gable's gimmick. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Chad Gable doesn't have a gimmick. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Do you want to talk about that new luchador that they had on Raw? How about him?
You know, I really hope that they do at some point. I'm going to steal this person's idea. I'll talk about who it is later, but I hope they do El Grande Americano and El Generico in a Lucha Underground style match at WrestleMania. That's my hope. A man can dream. I'll just throw that out there.
You know who I'd like to see El Grande Americano wrestle? That other persona of idiot Hulk Hogan when he dressed up in the mask.
Oh my God.
That's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see El Grande Americano put Hulk in his place. You know, I can't believe that Netflix is showing his stupid beer commercial every damn time when I watch Raw. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what really? What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? El Grande Americano. Yeah, he's awesome. What made you think that he's what made you think he's Chad Gable, Brandon? What gives you that idea? What gives you that idea? I can prove that it's not him because I saw them in different places at the same time. They were in 2 different places at the same time. Couldn't be him. Couldn't be him. Chavo Guerrero for the first time in 12 years. Yeah, Chavo's looking pretty good.
Good. Looking good, too.
He's looking good. Looking good. What do y'all think of the I know this is not TNA, but what do y'all think of the Cena build-up so far? What do y'all think about it? Since we haven't really had a chance to talk to you guys on Between the Ropes, I'm curious. What do you think of the Cena build-up so far? Jeff, I'll ask you. What do you think of it so far? And be honest, because I know I'm going to be. What do you think of it so far?
I actually love it.
Okay.
I think that I don't think they can give you everything at once.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really playing this out. Now, if I see the same thing again next week, then I'll be a little more critical. But I think right now he's got to go at. And I just saw, Derek's comment. I think that's the way to get to Cody. That's the way he's going to break Cody, is by going at the fans. Because if we really want to think about it, Cody Rhodes is very much like John Cena.
Yeah.
Think about how he's over with the fans right now and all the stuff that he does for the fans. And you think about what Cena did all those years. I mean, it's very interesting. I think that people are gonna love it and hate it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I like it. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
People are gonna find a way to say whatever about it, but my opinion is I like it.
He is getting under Cody's skin, Jeff. He is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just walking away from him, he's frustrating Cody. I'm starting to believe more and more that Cena's going to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing: he may beat him without any interference. I'm not saying he's going to beat him clean, because he'll do some dirty stuff, because that's what heels do. But I'm starting to really believe that he's going to beat him. Chad is sick. He can't wrestle. Yeah, great point, Derek. Yeah, I don't know why people would think that would be Chad Gable. Like, I don't understand that. James Shadow says, "Shit, same crap every week." James not holding back. Interesting. He's attacking the fans and hasn't acknowledged Cody yet. No, I honestly think, like, kind of what the point Jeff was making there. I think Cena is playing it like Cody is beneath him. Like, Cody doesn't matter. Cody comes in, he rants and raves, and it doesn't bother him. Like, he just walks away. I don't know, man. I think it's pretty intelligent. I think it's pretty smart how they're doing it. And boy, oh boy, the fans are going to be pissed on Jeff on, oh my God. For as much as you're going to hear the cheers, if Jey Uso wins, the boos that are going to fill that place. If John Cena wins, and imagine Jeffy follows through on his promise and he takes the title away. And he walks away and he says, I'm done and I'm taking my title with me. I mean, that's a dick move.
Mm-hmm.
So that very interesting. Very, very interesting. So interesting he's attacking the fans and as I wanted to go for an Emmy, not titles with his heel turn. Chatsy, you know what though? He's used to that, man. Like in the movies that he's in, like even Peacemaker to an extent, he's not a good dude. Like Peacemaker's not a good dude. He's funny as shit, but he's not a good guy.
Right.
He blows people up, he guns people down like he does. He's not a good guy. So he's been playing some kind of batshit bad guys anyway. So it's not, he doesn't, so that I don't know. I think I'm okay with that. Listen, we've wanted to see this as fans for years and years and years, and now we're getting it. I mean, you can't really complain, right? And for those of you in the chat, and I know a lot of you are Bray Wyatt fans, you could say that Bray brought this out. You could turn around and say the continuity of Bray doing this to him in the Funhouse started this path. Because technically, if you want to look at it that way, it could have. He had him as the NWO Cena. And what do you think the NWO Cena would have been like? I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Cena needs to beat Cody so he can obliterate Flair's record. Cena's one of the few who could get away with blaming all the fans, but Cody not attacking makes no sense after the beating he got. Yeah, he's kind of holding back a little too much, Conrad. I agree. Like, if he makes Cody snap like that, you would think that he just goes right at him. Like, what is he waiting for? I agree.
I think sometimes I'm trying to say this in a way that doesn't come across a certain way, but I think we have to look deeper into this storytelling wise. Cody's issue is that Cody is the typical babyface champion.
Oh yeah.
He is very trusting.
Mm-hmm.
He believes in the best of everyone. He even said it himself. Talking about the old Cena versus the one that he sees now. Part of breaking Cody down is getting him to the point where he no longer shows that respect to someone who he once looked up to in the business. Now people would say their peers, at one point, they were never on the same level. So, I get it. People want to have something that they don't like, and that's fine. That's with everything now. So, heaven forbid you have an opinion a different way. But
I know, right?
But yeah, I just feel like there's a little more to it than I think people are willing to give it credit for, or maybe they're just forgetting about some of the past. But has it been slow? Yeah. Do I think that's deliberate? Yeah. But we'll see. I think this is the week that they have to start picking up with quite a few stories for WrestleMania.
I think, Jeff, and I know, like my original prediction, I was thinking that, how I think, Jeff, that this is going to go on longer than we thought. Because I had originally thought that it might be Punk that might take that title back from him, but now I don't think so. I think
Cody will be his retirement match.
I do too. I think he's going to lose to Cody, and then Cody's going to get it back. That's how I think it's going to go now, because you're going to see the fall of the heel or the face, and then you're going to see him rise back up again, and then Cena puts him over ultimately as like the mega babyface, and that's what I think is going to happen. The only thing I wonder is how do they get this done when there's not a ton of pay-per-views that are huge left after WrestleMania. You really only have SummerSlam, which is going to be 2 nights. So how do you does it happen right away at SummerSlam? I guess it could. Because he's entitled to a rematch. So I guess it could happen right at SummerSlam, and he could take it right back off of him again. And Cena could, after Mania, Jeff, Cena could just disappear. He could just go take the title and be gone and just disappear, and they're left without a title. And he doesn't show up, and he doesn't come out to the shows, and he doesn't, he could just disappear for a little bit.
And I would do that too. I would have him. I would just have video packages and like social media clips and stuff like that.
Yeah. Use social media, have him prance. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, get Chavo back in there. There you go.
Yeah, Chavo's back in. Right hand to AJ Francis. Now he's got Casey Navarro. Now here comes AJ back in. Chavo pulls the ropes. AJ goes tumbling over the top. Now he's working over Casey in the corner. Chavo climbs up on top. Wow, look at that. Look at the agility on this guy. Backbreaker. Real Heel would say wrestling is fake and they all act as why nothing ever went well. I could go that far. I love the fact that he doesn't have much to say much, Bruce Point. They're waiting until they're back in America. It's like F you Europeans, you're getting the same shit over and over. I think Triple H, HBK, and The Undertaker are letting John be the true heel. John Cena has always wanted to be under Vince. Vince said no. Yeah, maybe.
So let me do this because I'm like starting to kind of get a little annoyed with a couple things. What's something positive that you guys liked in wrestling this week? What's something fun that you've seen that you've enjoyed this week? Let's go there for a minute.
Yeah, we do have a bit of a depressed funk out there today. Well, you know what? That could have started with the whole Gail Kim thing and everything.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I want to change that around for.
Yeah, let's get off that stuff now. Like I said, guys, look, that kind of stuff is above and beyond our pay grade as fans. Unfortunately, yes, it gets in the news, and yes, I am sad to see Gail gone. But you really can't. There's nothing we can do about it. So yeah, let's just try to enjoy it. Let's just try to enjoy it for what it is.
I hear you, Chavo.
The Aztec Warriors are both going up. What are they going to do here? Oh my God!
Wow.
Casey Navarro coming up behind Chavo Guerrero, has a hold of the tights. No, kicked out. What did you guys make of no Rock mention yet? Yeah, nothing at all about the Rock. The Rock could certainly come out at Mania and help John win too. There could be some of that. Casey Navarro now is down. Chavo's going up. Chavo's going up. Chavo all the way up the frog splash. That probably is going to do it. 2, 3. Yep. Chavo and the Aztec Warriors get the win. I think there's a third person in Cena and Rock. I think it's Seth. In the match? No, Seth's already in the match with Roman and Punk. He can't be in that. Bloodline storyline. Well, look, Dead Man, the Bloodline, to be fair, the Bloodline storyline comes along once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime, a storyline like that happens. You're never going to duplicate that. It doesn't matter who it is. They're never going to duplicate that. Although I've kind of had enough of Cody in the Bloodline, being honest. I didn't want to really see that continue or be the next thing. I mean, Cody may end up having to face them again. He might have to face some of them down the road. But I think it was good to get away from that, though, for a while. Both titles are changing hands at Mania this year. I'm convinced that Gunther. I'd be shocked if Gunther doesn't lose. Shocked if Gunther doesn't lose. Jey Uso, I'm probably 99% certain that Jey Uso is going to win. So yeah, that is definitely changing hands. They're already talking about, and it's hard to see this shit because people just spoil everything. But they're already talking about how now Goldberg is in negotiations to have his final match, and his final match is going to be against Gunther, and it's not going to be for the title. So, they're probably giving a little bit of that away already anyway, that he's probably going to lose. Tiffany and Charlotte is ice cold. I don't give a toss about those two. I think if Charlotte wins, it's probably not a good thing. But I do think she's going to win. But I think that really, really slows the rise of Tiffany Stratton. I would hope Tiffany would win and Charlotte would put her over, but I don't see it happening. What's up, Arthur? Bonkers doesn't like the Cody and Cena stuff. Bray brought it out and turned the kids against Cena. I like how it can lead back to Bray. I think it's cool. Was Cena even like this in the Rumble or after? No, he wasn't like this at the Rumble. You saw it a little after the Rumble, I guess. You got a little hint of it during the press conference. Because that was when he started talking about how he was going to do things for himself. Yeah, well, the good news is they're cleared, right? Or Bo Dallas has been cleared. So we maybe should have something soon. Hello, Ishii. How are you? Mania build in general this year has been slow. I respect that if someone lumps me up, I want to fight, but that's part of wrestling. You've given the best explanation, Cody, since I brought this up. Money in the Bank. Mania build has been too long with Mania being pushed back this year. Cora Jade versus Ash by Elegance will be cool and different. Deanna's enjoying it. Stephanie Vauquer retaining. Yeah, she retained both titles, didn't she? That's kind of cool, man. Seeing her defending 2 titles on the show. It's pretty cool. You don't see that's something else you don't see much. See, that's the thing. Like Jeff had alluded to, you got to look for the positive sometimes. Yes, you can sit here and be negative, and look, the socials train you to do that. They absolutely train you to do that. Regardless of whether you think so or not, sometimes just stop, take a step back and look at social media, and you're going to see it. It's all negative. It's all negative. You're going to see that from everybody on there, even if it's about wrestling. But you gotta find the positives, or like, what are you doing? I've said this so many times. This is entertainment, and if it's not entertaining you, why are you watching? I think it's kind of an easy question. There's so much other things out there you could be doing. Movies, films, TV, all that kind of stuff.
Grass.
Touching grass, like they tell you to, out being outside.
Getting some fresh air.
Yeah. Take your dog for a walk. Grill out. Here's Rosemary. Rosemary looks like she's in a scene from Saw. She's in like a bathroom. I like the Dynamite build to Dynasty is fun. Mox and Swerves promo. Omega versus Speedball versus Ricochet. Hello, Swag fan. How are you? Stephanie doing amazing in NXT. Tony and Thunder TNT. You know what I'm excited for is Stephanie McMahon's show that they have coming up. I think that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Be kind of cool to see Steph talk to the wrestlers and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. Stand and Deliver looks like it should be fun. It's got like a Harley Quinn. will save you. Embrace the shadows.
Going
I
after
like that.
Zaya.
I like the half face thing, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. All right, what's this? We got somebody in handcuffs. Somebody's going to leave here in a death bag. There's something to be very positive about is Santino Marella. You belong in jail. Damn. Damn. Looking forward to MLP's next show. I think I'm interested in where this MJF Hurt Syndicate thing is going.
Joe, you're way back on chat.
Oh, am I? Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, you're right. I am. Good Lord. The Natural Disasters getting their flowers being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rosemary could easily be in a horror film. Cena or Flair to win a TNA title. Natural Disasters getting their flowers being inducted into the Hall of Fame. No more damaging company property, putting civilians in danger. That's a bad thing. Fire him or fire me. Wow. You're skank girl.
Wow.
Damn. Oh, no.
Mm.
Throws the hot coffee in Sammy's face. Wow. Damn. Io Sky had enough. That's a little bit of a funny thing, right? With that whole setup, we know it's going to be a triple threat. I mean, it's going to be a triple threat. But yeah, I mean, I kind of feel bad a little for Io in that because she's with those big personalities, right? Like Rhea and oh my God, I just Bianca. Rhea and Bianca are such huge personalities in women's wrestling in WWE. It's and Io is just kind of like, and she's a champion, and it's almost making it look like she's the, she has to like just smack them around to get attention. But I kind of dig that. I like that. We're going to have another. We have two really good triple threats looming for Mania. Mm-hmm. The Seth Punk and Roman one's going to be off the charts, dude. That one, like Paul Heyman's going to have a conniption because now what the comment that Punk made, yeah. I mean, that's going to be insane. And then the women's triple threat, I think, is going to be good too. I think it's cool.
And Roman's jealous. You could see that.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Punk is pulling the mental strings. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want Io to win, and it turns. Yeah, Bianca, I'm pretty sure is turning into heel. You're starting to see it, and I'm good with that too. I think she needs that. I think she needs that. And you know what? If she does turn heel during that or before that a little bit, and she turns heel, then I think they're going to move forward with the storyline where she was in on the attack of Jade Cargill, and then that brings Jade Cargill to the point of where she would challenge her for the title. Jade and Naomi at Mania. Maybe. Is that a Mania match, though, really? I don't know. I don't know. EO has forgotten this match. I wanted to prove otherwise so Bianca can go bad. My question is, though, then what do you do with Rhea? Rhea is so openly, like she is so popular.
Yeah.
So popular. So what do you do with her?
Joe, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. A lot of stuff going down in wrestling. A lot of stuff going down. See, this is the most fun time of the year to be a wrestling fan, I think. Because you're heading into Mania, right? Other companies are doing their big things that are going to try to compete with. All right, I'm back, I think. When Jeff left, I think I say, yeah, a UFO grabbed me, an alien. The aliens came down. Can you all hear me now? Just so I know I'm not talking to myself. Let me know. When Jeff left, I got abducted. I was with the aliens for like 5 seconds, but then they beamed me right back. They didn't want me. Cool. Thanks, Marvin. I don't know what happened. It just said my device is all disconnected. I was always a big fan of like alien stuff, like all those kind of movies and everything. And my favorite one of all time is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I got yeeted. Yeah, I did. The aliens came down and grabbed me. Dead man, I should be back. I hope. When it comes to women's wrestling, I agree with both of you that it would be tough to figure out who is the GOAT in women's wrestling. However, in terms of women's wrestling today, I kind of think that Charlotte Flair. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, you can't really deny that Charlotte's has been killing it. You know what, James? I've never seen Mars Attacks. The whole thing. I've seen bits and pieces. I never saw the whole movie. Close Encounters is literally in my top 5 movies of all time, along with Jaws, which, by the way, is 50 years old. 50 years old this year. It's crazy. Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Star Wars, and then I'd have to pick 2 more. But those 3 are definitely in my top 5. Jack Nicholson was in Mars Attacks, wasn't he? Wasn't he the president or something like that? I saw a little bit of it, like bits and pieces of it, but I never saw the whole thing. Yeah, the aliens were made to look like what aliens were made to like what aliens look like in like the 70s and stuff. Yeah, with the big green heads. You know, it's a good alien movie. War of the Worlds, the remake though. The old one is a classic, but it's hard to watch because it's so old. But the one with Tom Cruise, oh my God, so good. Non-stop action. That movie just grabs you from the start and does not let go. And you're literally like going through this. I remember watching that in the theater, and I remember by the time it was done, I was exhausted because like all the twists and turns they take you through in that. Oh my God, the action in it, like the stuff that happens, it was just so good. And the horn that the aliens have in their ships when they come, like a big foghorn. Oh, I love that movie. It's such a good remake. Jordan versus Charlotte. That's going to be a bit away, I think, Chatsy. Derek, two things would happen. You'd even there's also another alien movie I just most recently saw called Fire in the Sky, which is very good. That's a take on abduction, and it goes into a lot of detail with the alien abduction. So that's a creepy movie to watch too. But I liked it. You went off the air, Jeff. I got bounced. I don't know what happened. Like right at the same time you left, and all of a sudden it said your device has stopped working, and I had to go out and come back in.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Man, that's weird.
Gail Kim is gone from TNA, Deadman, so that is true. I do not know whether or not she was fired. That I don't know. And I'm not going to speculate on it because I don't know. I don't know if she was let go, fired. I don't know if she's severance. I don't know. I have no idea, but she's not with them anymore. Independence Day is a great one. That's a good one. The sequel sucked. But yeah, that's a good one. The Arrival. I do. Yep. I remember that one. In the 80s, when I was growing up, alien abduction was such a huge thing. Late 70s to 80s. That was when you had Project UFO used to be on TV. And then you had all these UFO movies coming out like that. I was reading a comic book that had all about like true stories from UFOs, sightings, and all that kind of stuff. I was infatuated with UFOs when I was a kid. Jaws a horror film? Or nah, to me, see, I never was able to see it. That came out in 1974. I literally was 5 years old. So there was no way I could have seen it in the theater. I'm kind of hoping they bring it back this year for the 50th anniversary, so I could go to a theater to see it because I've never seen it in a theater. I saw it on VHS and at home, but I never saw it in a theater, and I'd love to. I'd love to go see it in an IMAX, like a big one. I mean, back in its day, it was a horror film because people were scared of sharks. People were very afraid of shark attacks and stuff back then. That was a big thing. So it is kind of, back then it was kind of a horror film. Nowadays, probably not so much because, while there are still shark attacks and stuff, like unless you live like near water, you go in the water a lot and stuff like that, it's not something you're ever going to have to deal with. So I don't really think it could be a horror film in that sense that could appeal to like everybody or make everybody feel that way. Jason P said Joe got abducted. I did. I was abducted by aliens, Jeff. That's what happened. They took me up in their ship and they sent me right back. The TV show V, I loved it. Loved V. Loved it. The remake sucked, but I love the original. I watch that film every USA Independence Day because it comes on UK TV around that time. I peeped the Saw teaser poster, but I couldn't figure it out. What poster is that, Conrad? Because I think I had heard that that's DOA.
Well, apparently, Billy the Puppet himself hosted an update,
Oh.
and he now has a LinkedIn profile in which his current job title is life coach.
Oh.
So
That's quite interesting. Okay. Masha holds on, tries a big boot, but misses. Backslide. Jacy Jayne with a big knee. Big knee lift. Would Tony want Gail? I would, if I were him. So much uncertainty right now with Saw. Yeah. The last update is the real one that's still. I hope so. The last one was really good. What's up, bonus baby? What's up, Anthony Slate, member of the channel? How are you? Hope you're well. Big chops back and forth. Masha Slamovich now with a flurry of attacks here.
all right, I gotta show it just because it's hilarious.
The Batman versus Bateman commercial. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. He does. He's a life coach at Lionsgate Films. Oh, that's great. What does it say? Good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Got to travel internationally, reconnected with an old friend, took down a con artist, the usual. Neurosurgery, medical education.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
If you get a chance,
I'll have to read it all.
Go through and read it because it's pretty funny.
Wow. Masha gets 2 and a kick out. There's some good stuff coming out. Like Jeff was talking about Final Destination. There's some good horror stuff coming out. I'll even probably go see I Know What You Did Last Summer because I don't know. Some people don't like that series. I love the first one. The second one was okay. The third one was bad. But I'll probably go and check it out. I just love slasher films.
Yeah, this has been a good match, Barry and John.
Mm-hmm. The aliens went, holy shit, this guy's even older than us. We can't have that. Send him back quickly. They may have. Yeah. Snowplow gets it. 2, 3. Masha wins in what was a very good match. Close Encounters makes me want to go to Wyoming and see Devil's Tower. I really would love to do that someday. I saw somebody with pictures of it that went and toured it, and now I really want to go see it. Oh, no, I kind of figured this was coming.
Yep.
They're stealing from my movie, I Know Who You Did Last Summer. Nice. Nice. Well, Tessa beats up Masha again. Great match indeed. Boo, Tessa ruins everything. Zaya Brookside and okay, they chase Tessa out.
Do we get a 6-person tag at some point?
Yeah, that's.
And who's gonna be the other teammate?
It's like Tessa's getting along with Jacy there. I like Tessa when she doesn't talk. Joe Hendry, we're going to find out what's next with Joe. Look at Nemeth's face on that poster. That's hilarious.
That's heel activity.
Oh, my God. No doubt. No doubt. Dodgers are having a rough time of it with the Tigers here. 4-3. And I don't think Mr. Otani's done anything tonight. He has just a single. I'm sorry, but Scotland was robbed of not having Joe on Raw this week. I am not even from Glasgow. Tessa and Fatal Influence versus Masha, Zaya, Lee, and a mystery woman in 8-women tag at Stand and Deliver.
Yes, we need to do this, Joe. Since I don't think we've done it yet.
What did we forget? Oh, yeah. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. Also, make sure that you hit a like button. The like button is your friend. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave the stream tonight because it really, really helps us out and helps the video to be seen. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you smash the like button. Just don't break your computer or whatever you happen to be watching things on. And if you're interested in our future content, which, if you're watching this, we do this every single week, hit the notification bell to be notified about when we indeed have future content on. My BYU Cougars are getting done up by Bama. Yeah, I kind of figured Bama was going to win that. Oh, my God. Yeah, Bama's up by 20.
Ooh. Is it the second half?
Yeah, 9 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
Maryland's losing to Florida by 9. And Duke and Arizona starting a little bit. And Texas Tech and Arkansas is a little bit after that. Who won the baseball games? The stupid Cheatstros won. Marlins beat the Pirates. Padres won. Cardinals won. Mike Santana.
Yeah, I want to see what they do with this because they got to go to another level.
I wonder if TNA are trying out Tessa for WWE. I can't see that happening, being honest. I would highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. Speaking of a feud which is going to keep continuing on and on, this is one of those as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got here?
Eric Young.
Oh, yeah. How about the Marvel announcement yesterday? You know, people can say all they want, and this is something else that people will turn into a negative thing, right? Yesterday, Marvel had an announcement for the casting of Doomsday, of Avengers Doomsday. And basically what they did was, and you can't tell me that people are fatigued from Marvel because I saw otherwise yesterday. All they did was they unveiled the director's chair seats of every name that's in the cast of the film, right? And that's all they did. 5.5 hours the stream went on. They did one chair every 13 minutes, and they had millions and millions of people watching that stream the whole 5.5 hours. And that's all they did was reveal director's chairs. It wasn't even the actors. They weren't even there. They revealed director chairs with names on them through the whole stream. And everybody keeps saying, that Marvel sucks. Nobody likes that stuff anymore. 5 millions of people sat through that and just watched chair reveals for 5.5 hours.
Names on chairs.
That's it. That's all it was. That's all it was. And I'll tell you what, there were some pretty awesome things in there. The whole X-Men cast, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, James Marsden, all of the old X-Men were there. So now people are speculating that it's going to be Avengers versus X-Men and that Doom is going to be pulling the strings. So, dude, I am all for that'll be geek out moment in a big way. I'm all for that. I am all for that if that's what they're doing. Rebecca Romaine's coming back. Like all the old Fox X-Men are going to be. I mean, that was amazing. It was amazing. Yeah, but Heather, you can't count Madam Web and Craven because that's Sony shit. I don't even count that garbage. The only good thing Sony does with their Marvel license with Spider-Man is the animated stuff. That's it. The rest of it all sucks, including Venom. The only Venom movie that was good was the first one. The other ones were terrible. Sony can't make a Marvel movie to be frank. They can't make a good Marvel movie. They can't. Jackman's name was not there, surprisingly enough. He's going to be in Secret War, though, which is then the one that comes the year after Doomsday. Patrick Stewart's name was there. Ian McKellen, Magneto, James Marsden, Rebecca Romaine, the actor that played Nightcrawler. I'm trying to think of the other X-Men that were there, and I'm forgetting now. But yeah, dude, the Spider-Man Sony stuff was good. Are you talking about what? Tobey Maguire stuff? Tobey Maguire stuff was good because that's all we kind of had back then. But yeah, they were good up until part 3. The Andrew Garfield stuff, not so much. Not so much. The first one was okay. The second one with Electro was terrible. Yeah, not so much. The Maguire stuff was so good because that's all we had. I mean, the Toby movies were good because, again, we never had Spider-Man on a big screen before. The first one was good. Second was the best with Doc Ock. That's the best one of those. And then the third one with stupid Venom. And Venom was awful. And Sandman, Venom shouldn't have been in the film. They forced him to put him in there. Tom Holland stuff, though, that's Sony working with Marvel. That's a different thing. So that, yes, they were good, but that is them allowing Marvel to do most of the stuff, and Sony kind of backs up from it and doesn't really get involved. I'm excited for the new Superman movie. Big time excited for the new Superman movie. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Jeff, you got a lot of stuff coming. The Robert Pattinson Batman 2. Now they're doing a Batman 3. So he's getting 3 films. Mm-hmm. And then they're supposed to be doing Batman Brave and the Bold.
Yep.
So there's a lot of cool Batman stuff coming out.
Yeah, a lot of stuff coming up I'm looking forward to. A lot of DC stuff I'm looking for.
Yeah, me too. It's good when both of them are good because then it's like it's like having some competition. They make each other better. July is going to be amazing. Superman comes out in July. Fantastic Four is out like a week later. Oh my God, I'm going to be living in the movies. Superman needs to be a big Boy Scout again. I think that David Cornsweet will play it that way. I'm glad that he insisted that he wear the underwear. Because that's who Superman is. And I know there are people that are big believers in Zack Snyder and all that kind of stuff, all those Snyderites that get behind all that. But those movies never thrilled me. The Man of Steel was okay. It was okay. It wasn't horrible. Batman and Superman, big disappointment. Big disappointment. That's because Zack Snyder just tried to put too much in that film. He tried to add it was Dark Knight Returns combined with the death of Superman. It was too much. Tried to put too much in. TNA tweeted an hour ago, breaking news: Moose will defend the X Division title at Rebellion in the Ultimate X match.
Oh,
wait, dude, that's awesome. 275 million views for a bunch of directors' chairs. Wow. Don't tell me that Marvel's losing people's interest. 279 million views for a 5.5-hour stream announcing one director's chair every 13 minutes and nothing in between. That's insane to me. Insane. Insane to me. Big clothesline from Ace Austin. Eric Young goes down. Some kicks to the midsection. Nice takedown from Ace. That's cool. Ultimate X match. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
They're always good, man. They are always good. Ace Austin coming over, big clothesline into the corner. Eric Young.
I just hope the numbers game doesn't.
Yeah. Somebody, Jeff, in my Best Buy store ordered the NECA Michael Keaton Batman, the NECA figure. Oh my God, Jeff, is it gorgeous? What an amazing looking figure.
I bet so.
They make such good figure. It's so good.
Yeah. They're really good. I hope I can get one day. Yeah,
man, it's so awesome looking. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four as well. I'm a big fan. I was reading Fantastic Four comics since 75 or so, since I started reading. They've always been a favorite of mine. Help support Chris Bay. It was very cool to see him walking in that ring. Very cool to see. I'm also looking forward to Fantastic Four because I get to see Galactus finally on a big screen. That's not a cloud.
Yeah.
A cat tried to adopt me when I was checking my mail. I'm not sure how that happens, but okay. Big kick from Ace Austin. Ace Austin rolling. Bay walking the ring was like, I ain't crying. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was really amazing to see. Really amazing to see. They already showed him. They showed him from behind. The thing is, Heather, if you've never read the comics, Galactus can change his size, right? He eats planets, but he can change his size to talk to humans. So he can shrink himself to where he's kind of like, in that scene where he was kind of looking at New York and you see the top of his helmet. He can do that in the comics. He always has. So he could shrink himself down so that he could talk to normal human beings.
Wow.
Eric Young wins. I'm a little surprised at that. Silver Surfer is going to be the female Silver Surfer in the movie, John. It's going to be the not the Norn Rad one. It's the female Silver Surfer. Galactus is going to be amazing. I cannot wait. I can't wait to see. I've been waiting to see Galactus on a big screen forever. I can't wait. I'm very, very fired up about that. His interaction with the Silver Surfer, you mean Nova Boo? Yeah, it's not Norrin Rad. It's the other one. I forget her name. I have to look it up now because it's going to bother me. Joe Hendry's coming next.
This should be interesting.
Shala Ball. That's what her name is. Shala Ball is being portrayed by Julia Garner in the Fantastic Four film. It's Shala Ball. Shala Ball was a otherworld Silver Surfer in the comics, but I see a lot of people are up in arms about that too because they love Norrin Rad, and they wanted him to be in it. But this is again, remember the Fantastic Four is taking place in a different universe. They're in like a retro 1960s world, and then they're going to be teleported to the main universe at the end of the movie. So the female Silver Surfer won't be coming over, and then that's when they'll switch it over to Norrin Rad. Love the glasses, both. No, thanks, man. I've been wearing these forever. These are just blue blockers or blue light, not blue light. They keep the whatever those rays are out of your face. Whenever I wear these when I look at a screen for long periods of time now, it just helps my eyes. Thank you for the donation, Andres.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, buddy.
Thank you.
Is that how you say it? Am I saying it right? Is it Andraves? Like Andrade? Or is it Andreves? Make sure I'm not butchering your name. Nova was also, Nova. Oh, yeah. Nova was up. Oh, yeah, he did. They were going to do a Nova series, but it got canceled. You know what I'm happy about in the movie, the casting? They're bringing on Namor from Black Panther into it, which is cool. And Shuri as well, obviously, because Shuri's the Black Panther now.
Right. So
Shuri will be there too. So I'm pretty happy about that. I like the actor they got to play Namor. I had a hard time watching Black Panther too, Jeff. It was tough to watch because of Chadwick passing away.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen it yet for that reason.
Yeah, it was tough to watch. Yeah, it was tough to watch. No, you're not crazy, Heather. You get it. You get an A for your comic book knowledge there. I like it. Wow, Alabama's up by 20. Yeah, that game's over. Wakanda forever. I thought the movie was good, but it was so sad. Yeah. Like I just, and then I'm not going to spoil it for Jeff because he's never seen it, but oh my God, the ending killed me. The ending killed me. Are you guys watching Daredevil? Daredevil's so good.
I haven't started it yet.
Oh my God. So good. Last night's episode was really, really good. Joe Hendry's here. I believe in Joe Hendry. No, yeah, don't spoil anything. If you did see it. It's been really good. Violent. Very violent.
I was going to ask, is it on the level of violence as the Netflix series.
In some cases, Jeff, it's worse. Yep. Yep. That surprised me, Jeff, from the get-go. Like from the very first episode, like I'm like, oh my God. Like I was surprised almost that Disney's doing that kind of stuff, but they're not holding back. I'll check Daredevil tonight. I think they're up to 2, 3, 4, 5. They might be up to episode 6, I think, now in and around there. They're doing 9, so I think there's 3 more in this season, but it's already been renewed for season 2. I don't know, John. That's a good question. His name wasn't in the cast. But that's not to say anything because they said there's still people that were left that they didn't announce during that director's chair showing thing. So he could be. If not, I'm sure he'll be in Secret Wars for sure. Everybody wants to know what's next. Inquiring minds want to know, Joe. I want to know. They changed the entire series, Heather. Apparently, the first draft of it that came out was mostly just a crime drama that took place a lot in the courts, and they scrapped the entire thing and started over. So much so that John Barenthal, who plays Punisher, didn't want to be involved. He didn't want to be in it because it was so bad. And so they had to redo the whole thing. Uh-oh. Oh boy, are we already getting this? He says, I'm not your next challenger. I believe in Joe Hendry. I'm like everybody here. Is he saying he's not his next challenger? Is he going to clock him with the guitar? I'm about to hit. I don't know. He likes Toy Story. He's going to play. Oh, God, Jeff, I think he's going to hit him with the guitar.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Dude. Oh, yeah, Sean, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the animated series. I really enjoyed that, too. I thought that was fantastic. The Coleman Domingo as Green Goblin in that. Oh, he should play Norman Osborn in the movies. And I think I heard he's gonna try for it. I love Coleman Domingo. One of my favorite actors.
You got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. And I'm going to hit you with my guitar.
Mm-hmm.
When you turn your back, I'm going to hit you in the head with my guitar. Oh, my God. Frankie has a guitar. Frankie's got an electric guitar. Hall and Oates nonsense? I take that personally. I'm a big Hall and Oates fan. Hall hates Oates. That is true, actually. They do hate each other now. Real men play the bass. Time for a concert for the king of Oh God.
Oh boy.
What's he gonna play? Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions. He's playing La Cucaracha. Oh my God, dude. Yeah, Hall and Oates are really upset with each other. Apparently, John Oates was trying to sell off their music collection, their music rights to someone else to get the money. Daryl Hall didn't know he was doing it, and then Daryl Hall sued him. So now they're on the outs. They don't speak. Wow. Very sad. I was very upset that day. What the hell is he playing now? Is he going to play La Bamba? Your rotten little town. They're singing Walk with Elijah. Who was the best Batman? You're forgetting about Robert Pattinson. I've seen nothing but fat. Oh my God. He's trying to be the Rock now. How are they keeping a straight face? I'd be dying.
That was, yeah.
The best Batman, I think, oh man. For me, I think it's still Michael Keaton. Kilmer was okay. Clooney was not good. Bale was good, but Bale was good as a different Batman. That's more like realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Pattinson did well. He really did. He really did. Adam West is the OG.
Yep.
You come backstage slapping your bass.
Oh gosh.
Gonna say your name and make you disappear. Be a man. Oh, that's it. That's enough.
Mm-hmm. Does someone get hit inadvertently?
I almost did. I'm gonna say goodbye to Frankie. No, 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 no. Hey, hey, hey. He says, I'm staying right here.
He's such a child,
He really is.
and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Crowd giving them the business.
They are. Uh-oh. Made a quick run for the ring like he was coming back in, but nope, thought better of that. The road to rebellion. All right, well, we got our main event coming up next. Kaz is a bellend. Yeah, I agree. Oh, Heather, and I think Deanna. I got concert tickets to see. Oh my God, I'm so bad. Don't get old. Jeff Tate. I got concert tickets to see Jeff Tate. He's doing the entire Operation Mindcrime album with his band. And he's also recording a third part of it, a third part to that, because they did an Operation Mindcrime 2, which wasn't very good. But he's doing a third. And this is his final ever time that he will be touring, and he'll be playing them. So I watched somebody record it already on YouTube, but I got the tickets now, so I'm very excited. Very excited. Got pretty good seats too. Cheap too, $30. I love small venues now. I'm not into like big concert venues anymore. I think I'm old. I'm too old for it now. I don't like the huge crowds and getting like I'd rather go somewhere a little more, a little smaller. And this place is really cool. It's high up in the mountains. It's a nice venue, small inside. Could go for dinner beforehand. Did I mention it last week? I don't think I had the tickets last week, though. I might have. I'm old. I'm going to repeat things. Adam West is the GOAT. Frankie's a bozo. Andraves, thank you for... Am I saying your name right? Andraves. Am I saying that correctly? Thank you again for the donation. What do you think about Gail Kim? We both said at the opening of the show, it's upsetting. We're big fans too.
She's a legend.
We respect what she did for TNA's Knockouts division, and it was definitely going to be missed. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Jason. Yep. I love going there. Good night, Jason.
Yeah, it's what, almost 2 where you are, Jason?
It is late for them, yes.
And James?
They're what, 5 hours ahead of us, I think?
Yeah.
11, 12, 1, 2. It's almost 3, I think. 10:40, 11:40, 12:40, 1:40, 2:40. Yeah, it's going on 3 o'clock there.
Our friends in it's 10:39 a.m. in Tokyo right now.
That's crazy, dude.
Just in case anyone was curious.
Tessa and Jacy Jayne. Oh, gonna hear from the Hardys next week. Groundbreaking announcement from Santino next week.
Oh, wow.
A groundbreaking announcement. I want to see Tessa versus Zaya Brookside or Lash Legend or Raquel Rodriguez or Liv Morgan. What I don't like is that people that don't cover TNA are now crapping on it for Gail Kim's release like they really care.
Yep. I ain't calling any names.
I bet you I know who that might be.
Yep.
Mick Nemeth, heel Mick Nemeth, along with my brother.
Yeah.
I know, right? Jeff, I don't know who is worse now. I don't know if him or Alicia are worse. I really don't. They're both like getting close, and I don't know who's worse.
I think for me it's Ryan.
Yeah, I think he's starting to eclipse. Yeah, a little bit. Leon Slater. They're going to do a WWE Worlds Collide after Mania. That'd be cool. Groundbreaking announcement. Let the speculation begin. You know what it is, James? I got inside information. They're bringing back. Are you ready? They're bringing back Hulk Hogan. Could you imagine?
See, I was gonna go fun and say the Kiss Demon.
Oh my God, that would be groundbreaking for me. I would love that. I would love that. Maybe they're going to bring back the Good Brothers. They're gone from WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Then we could have another Talking Shop-a-mania.
I'm down for that.
All right, here's our main event. Alabama took 51 3-pointer. That's basketball now, man. That is basketball. The NBA is even worse.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good match.
Shohei Ohtani hit a home run. Detroit's hanging in there, though, man. They're only down by 1, and they're 2 men on base in the 9th.
Sorry.
Andraves Gaming, new member. Thank you. Appreciate you, bud.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. I might stop watching TNA if they brought. You wouldn't be the only one. You would not be the only one. Basketball today is just 3-point shoot. Yeah, that's all it is. I mean, the reason my Celtics win games is because that's all they're doing. They're just burying teams with threes. And when it works, it's fantastic.
Ooh.
But when it doesn't and the shots don't go in, like last night, I think Boston beat Phoenix by 30 points. And Tatum didn't even play. And that's all they did. They just buried them with three-pointer after three-pointer after three-pointer after three. That's all it is. If Larry Bird would have played now, oh my God. The way Larry could shoot threes, Larry would have had games where he scored 90 points. But yeah, that is all it has been. It's all just shooting threes. Leon's, oh my God. That kid is amazing, man.
He is. He's tremendous. Good stuff, man.
It was good to see TNA have signed Maggie Lee. Yeah, that's a great point, Barry. Thank you for reminding me about that. Yeah, they did. They signed a new wrestler today. It was on Twitter. It's Maggie Lee. I didn't really know who she was. Jeff knew a little more about her than I did. But yeah, it's very cool. They gave a little profile about her. She actually liked our post, which was nice of her to do. But yeah, they see if I can pull this up here real quick. TNA confirmed that it assigned Maggie Lee, as first reported by Battleground Podcast, the official iHeartRadio podcast. A former 4-year college volleyball player, Maggie Lee is now looking to spike the competition. See what they did there. In TNA's Knockouts division, the 5'11" award-winning Iowa native was trained at Black and Brave Wrestling and will celebrate 3 years in the ring this summer. More about Maggie Lee. Earned a degree in exercise science while first training to become a wrestler. Earned all region and all conference accolades in college as a volleyball player. The quote, "I'm from Iowa, but swear my natural habitat is anywhere there is a beach and sunshine." She worked on a gas dock, fueling boats for multiple summers before wrestling. When asked about her favorite wrestler, Maggie said she always struggles with the answer because she's had many, but she added, "I do have multiple shirts from when I was younger with Bella written in Sharpie on the back." Shout out Nikki Bella. Enjoys weightlifting and working out. She was introduced to Olympic-style lifting and CrossFit in high school. "I'm definitely a horse girl, but I'm unfortunately allergic." She was involved in dance for about 8 years during her childhood. Maggie and the stars of TNA Wrestling will be at St. Joseph's, Missouri for 2 live events, March 28th and 29th. All matches will be taped for the company's flagship weekly show Impact on Access TV in the U.S., on Sportsnet Plus in Canada, and TNA Plus around the world. The St. Joseph shows will feature TNA World Champion Joe Hendry, X Division Champion Moose, World Tag Team Champions Jeff and Matt Hardy, TNA Knockouts World Champion Masha Slamovich, plus Nick Nemeth, Mustafa Ali, Steve Macklin, Eric Young, Mike Santana, AJ Francis, Frankie Kazarian, Sammy Callahan, Tessa Blanchard, Rosemary, Zaya Brookside, among others. So there you go. Yeah, congrats to Maggie Lee.
Good stuff. She's gonna do well there, I believe.
Mm-hmm. James says she's a phenomenal talent. Wrestled a lot in OVW and Memphis. I hate Larry Bird, but the boy, oh my God. Larry Bird was, the more I hear about him now, the stories that people tell about him, he was a trash talker, man. Mm-hmm. He would, how about the game, Jeff, that he played left-handed, entirely left-handed.
Yeah.
And he still scored like 30-some points, and he went out and told like Dominique Wilkins he was going to beat his team left-handed. And he did.
Yep. And he did it.
He talked a bunch of shit, but he backed it up.
Yep.
Like Larry was just I'm just thrilled that I grew up during that era, and I was able to watch the battles between Magic Johnson and Larry Bird.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal.
Oh.
Florida beat St. Mary's. That's good because I have them in our Final Four. Bird could do everything.
Oh.
Yeah. Larry was amazing. I even had a pair of Larry Bird's Converse sneakers back in the day. The all black Converse. Leon Slater trying to fight out. Nick just steps on his foot. Up and over the shoulder. Nemeth coming back. Gets a boot to the jaw.
The fact that he's in the main event on a show, like on one of their shows, is a good sign for things to come for Leon.
Yeah, agreed.
Ooh. Ooh.
Bird said he learned by playing with black guys in the neighborhood. They didn't care what color he was, nor did he. Yeah, Larry was an enigma. He was a lot of times very quiet. He was a very quiet kid. He had a lot of tragedy in his life. His father passed away. I know that shook him up. I'm watching a documentary that, if you're a Celtics fan, there's a documentary now on Max called Celtics, which I've been watching, and it goes back to the Bill Russell days and stuff, and just a lot of cool stuff on there. And of course, the death of Len Bias, when Len Bias died, and it just it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And I've been a Celtic fan since probably Larry Bird came in the league, so probably around 1979, 1978 maybe.
Oh.
1, 2. Leon caught him.
Caught him. What is he gonna do?
Wow. 1, 2. The hick from French Lick. That is indeed who he was. Yes.
Come on, Leon. You can't take that long.
Yeah, he's burning a little too much time with Nick Nemeth in there. People think Jordan was the NBA all had, or was all the NBA had, but Bird and Magic saved it. Oh, no doubt. The NBA was crashing hard.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA was not doing well. And then when Bird and Magic started to go at it, that brought the NBA into the limelight.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
2.
What a sell. What a sell.
Oh, he kicked out.
What a sell by Leon. That sell looked like Ricochet taking the RKO.
Yeah, it did.
That was beautiful.
I did hear that biased death hit Bird pretty hard. Guess he was really looking for. Yeah, I'm up to that episode now, actually, which I might watch tonight. I'm curious to hear about that too, because I really never heard a lot about that. That was at a time when the media didn't share much, and which was a much better time, by the way, and no phones or anything like that. So you didn't hear all about the details of all that. And I never really heard many interviews from the players or coaches or anything like that about Len dying. So I'm curious to hear interviews about talking about it now. Big right hands now, and Leon's fired up. Big boot.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh, wow.
Nemeth caught him in a sleeper hold.
That was a great counter.
Slater broke it in a good way there. The pinning combination. Missed with the kick. Oh, that might be it. No, he kicked out of that too. Slater's going to be X Division champ and possibly world champ at some point. This, folks, is called Nick Nemeth doing his usual great job at putting a young superstar over.
Yep.
It's exactly what he's doing. Let's go Leon chance.
Oh, man.
Now, what are they going to do here? There's a big right hand. Nick went flying off.
But he can't get all the
No,
way out. There
he bounced him off. Right in the jewels. Oh, Nemeth is. Oh, man. Super. From way, way up top.
That was a heck. Yeah, that was good.
TNA.
This is a great match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is good teaching tape for people who want to get into wrestling.
Oh, he's setting him up. Oh! Oh!
Watch out for Ryan.
Yeah, that's what it is. Look how slow he's going up that top rope. Ryan's starting to make his way over. Ryan's making his way over. Oh, knees up. He rolled him over.
That's it.
Kicked out.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, look at this. Oh, my. Now there's Ryan. Just enough.
Yep.
Danger zone. That's it. Ryan interfered just enough. Just enough. Imagine these two in an Iron Man or best of 7. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, that was tremendous. That was a good match.
Now Ryan's beating him up. No!
There we go.
Matt's back. And the Nemeth run out of dodge. Look at Nemeth's eyes, man. That it cracks me up. His eyes get like.
Mm.
Rebellion, man. Hardy's and the Nemeths.
All right. That was a heck of a main event, man.
Yeah, it really was. I love to see when a real professional puts a younger guy over. I absolutely love to see it. That's when like Nick's done this all his career, his entire career, and I don't think us as wrestling fans necessarily think about it, right? I don't think we think about it and we give credit for it. What Nick does and has done for so many wrestlers throughout the year, and this literally could have kickstarted Leon's rise to the top. This could have kickstarted a big part of his career, and it's amazing to see, and that's why Nick Nemeth is he's so good. That's why he's so good at what he does. This is what he does. This is what he does, and it's just amazing to see. Because it's very, it doesn't, and at this point in Leon's career, it's not about winning. It's not about winning. That's going to come. He's going to have that. It's not about winning. It's about getting over, and it's about like what he looks like, and then taking a guy like Nick Nemeth to the maximum to get him to beat him, and having to cheat basically to beat him. It's really cool. And that was a hell of a match.
And I was just gonna say, like, when you say being put over, that doesn't always equal a win,
right?
But you have a showing like you had tonight, and that for me just showed what he's capable of, and being able to go in there toe to toe with a guy like Nick Nemeth, like you said, that's just as impressive.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Ultimately, the wins and losses don't tend to mean a whole lot, but how you represent yourself and how you show up in those moments, that matters. So that was tremendous.
Yep. 100%. 100%. All right, guys, you know the drill. Yeah, get those scores out. We'll give you ours, and then we will get out of here for the night. Broken Hardies for that match, please. Oh, that'd be cool. Andrea says a 10. Arthur says a 10. Dylan says a 9. Christopher says a 10. I'll always show love to Nick, even though he tried to hit on my lady at the airport. LOL. 9 for Marvin. 10 out of 10 for Chris. 9 for Matt. 9 for Heather. Tessa lowers the score automatically. Brandon, 9.25. John says a 9. Swagman says 8.5. 9 out of 10 for John. You have a great weekend too. Good show. Lots of good wrestling. 9 out of 10 says Barry. Deanna says.
Can I say this?
Yeah, dude.
And not to pick on Barry Monkey, but if you get a 9 out of 10 from Barry Monkey, you've had a good night.
Yeah. Barry's a little bit of a tough scorer.
Mm-hmm.
He gives some tough scores. So yeah, you're right. You're right.
You got to earn it.
Yeah, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
That's
Nothing
right.
wrong with that, man. Everybody's entertained a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Good night, Marvin. Jeff, what are you giving your score tonight?
I think I'm gonna go with a 9 too. I thought it was a really good night. Great matches on the card. That main event was tremendous. Masha and Jacy Jayne went out there and had a heck of a match too. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Obviously, Eric Young and Ace Austin. But match of the night for me, I'm going to go Leon Slater and Nick Nemeth.
Yeah.
9 out of 10. I thought it was a great night.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 9 too. I think that's fair. I liked all of the matches were good. Rosemary's promo. I like the stuff with Santino. Obviously, they're advancing storylines. Again, a little snippets of Mike Santana and stuff again, because that's going to keep going. The stuff with Mance Warner and Sami Callihan. Obviously, that's leading up to somewhere. We're pretty much sure what it's going to be, but we shall see. But look, it was a fun night. It was a fun night they had, and the main event. You know, Bully Ray always ends up saying, right? He compares it to concerts. What are you going to remember most? You're going to remember the finale. You're going to remember the last thing the most. And, you know, much like a really good concert, you remember that last song. And what are you going to remember most about this is Leon Slater and Nick Nemeth. That's what you're going to remember. And it was absolutely a tremendous match. Tremendous match. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being here and coming out. Again, remember, drop a like on the stream before you leave. Please, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I know we had a couple subscribers tonight. Thank you. And make sure you hit the bell to be notified about when we have future content, which we will keep you up to date on. Jeff is still kind of feeling some effects of his cold and stuff like that, and what he had and what he's dealing with. So we'll let you know. But Jeff may need to rest up a little bit. And if that's the case, then we'll probably take another weekend off, and then we'll probably come back next week. So, all right. Thank you all. DRO says an 8 out of 10. Sacrifice is airing on Access TV. Oh, that's cool. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you coming out. Please be kind to one another. Stay safe, and hopefully we'll see you all on the next episode of The Insiders. Have a great rest of your night, guys, and we will talk to you all soon. Good night, everybody.